Two world leaders, one intense confrontation, Donald Trump versus Vladimir Putin, words sharper than weapons, accusations, deflections, and a battle for power. What happened next stunned the world. Watch the full story in my video. A war of words that shook the world. That's how the confrontation between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin was described by many. The world had never seen two leaders like this go head-to-head in such a public and explosive way. What began as a diplomatic exchange between two superpowers soon escalated into a fierce battle of egos, national pride, and strategic maneuvers that had everyone from the media to world leaders on the edge of their seats. It all started at the G20 Summit in 2017. Trump and Putin were set to meet on the world stage, their handshake captured by millions of cameras. No one knew what to expect. Would they bury the hatchet, or would tensions explode? What followed was a dialogue that would reveal the raw intensity between the leaders, who represented not just their countries, but vastly different worldviews. From the start, Putin took a calm, calculated approach. His eyes were sharp, focused, almost predatory, sizing up Trump as they exchanged pleasantries. Trump, on the other hand, was more open. He'd always been known for his brashness and unpredictability. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and in that meeting, it became clear he wasn't going to back down from Putin's rhetoric. Putin, with his trademark stoicism, started to press on the accusations about Russian interference in the U.S. election. Trump, never one to let accusations slide, immediately fired back, calling the claims nonsense. The room went silent as the two leaders locked eyes. The atmosphere was thick with tension. Putin, ever the strategist, leaned in and asked, if the election was meddled with, why was there no proof? Trump's response was quick, his voice unwavering. Because you're good at hiding the truth, he said, his tone sharp. The moment hung in the air. For a few seconds, it felt like a battle not just of words, but of willpower. It was a clash of titans, each unwilling to give an inch. What followed was a string of jabs, with Trump criticizing Russia's military actions in Ukraine, while Putin, in turn, accused the U.S. of meddling in global affairs, from the Middle East to the Eastern Bloc. Neither leader was willing to budge, both firmly entrenched in their positions. But amid the heated exchange, it became clear that this wasn't just about politics, it was about power. It was about proving who was the bigger leader, who could dominate the world stage. The media frenzy that followed the meeting was intense. Analysts and pundits from every corner of the globe dissected every word, every gesture, trying to decode what the leaders had said and how it would affect global relations. Was Trump really standing up to Putin, or had he been outplayed? Did Putin see Trump as an ally, or was he simply waiting for the right moment to strike? In the end, the battle of words didn't change much diplomatically. The two countries continued to push against each other, with each side trying to outmaneuver the other. But the meeting at the G20 was a moment in history, one where two powerful leaders went head-to-head, not with weapons, but with words, each trying to outsmart the other. What followed after the summit was even more intriguing. Trump's defiant rhetoric made headlines, and the world continued to watch closely, wondering what the next move would be in this ongoing game of geopolitical chess. Would there be more confrontations? Would there be a breakthrough in their tense relationship? The battle of words between Trump and Putin had just begun, and the world was eager to see who would come out on top. And so, the world waited, watching as two of the most powerful men on the planet continued their silent war, a war not fought with missiles or troops, but with strategic words that carried the weight of nations.